So class, now let us learn about implicit functions and the derivatives of implicit functions. So implicit functions are those functions in which the x variable and the y variable are on one side of the equal sign, and on the other side of the equal sign we can always have a zero or any other constant. Sometimes implicit functions are also called to those functions in which we cannot easily separate the x variable and the y variable and keep them on the opposite sides of the equal sign. And how do we find the derivatives of such functions? And this is very important. So what we do is we simply differentiate on both sides of the equation with respect to x. When we say with respect to x, means with respect to that variable x which is along the x-axis. And when you say with respect to x, what we do is we put dx in the denominator. So in the next line, what we do is we differentiate the function which is just before the minus sign. So you have dx with respect to x, dx by dx, and then you differentiate a function which is just after the minus sign. So you have dy by dx, or you can say derivative of y with respect to x, and on the other side you have a constant, so derivative of a constant is 0. So this problem on the screen is not so difficult because you will simply have x and y in the simplest form. But this kind of problem will become a little difficult if instead of x and y you have x squared and y squared. And how do you solve a problem if it is like that? So you have to learn these few things. So take example number 1. You have derivative of x to the power n with respect to x. So that will be equal to nx n minus 1. So that is a formula. But what will happen if in the place of x to the power n you have y to the power n with respect to x? So that will not be there in the formula. And to solve problems like these, we apply the chain rule. So you see, y is a variable, x is a variable, but they are not same. So we apply the chain rule. See the black ink, the writing in black ink below the screen. That is how we do it. We differentiate y to the power n with respect to y. Then we multiply dy by dx. That is how we do it. So in example number 2 and number 3, we apply the same idea. And this idea is very, very important that you need to remember this. And we will be using this idea from here onwards. So note down and observe how things are done